케밥은 아니네.
hard to find food. It is hard. Because it's Muslim. Кристина Георгиева. Ama şöyle. Nasıl?
Air Balloon Company sent their staff different places the world, and they said that
That's what we're cross-matching.
You are on another nature side. Yeah.
Burada beklersek arkadaşımız gelecek. 3 lira yap.
Most difficult because it has different four parts. First the circle.
Adamlar presini alıyor.
ama.